Hi, hello, happy Sabbath and Shabbat Shalom. Let me give a little quick review of Mom's tame petunia here that has a few flowers on it. Wild petunias are about to be blooming here pretty soon. Her little parent plant here has been putting on a few lively little leaves, which I think she's trying to get them potted. Her geranium has quit blooming for the moment. We don't know why or what to do about it, so she's pretty much trying to figure out whether to prune it or do something, hopefully to inspire it to bloom. It may need more phosphorus. Probably all it needs, just more phosphorus. Various plants, again I forget some of the names of some of them, that have been flowering and look like they're about to flower again. Her attempt at raising an elephant garlic seems to have failed, but you know, that happens. Anyhow, so over here, of course, I still have to move the avocados and the pineapples out to outside, out to sea. My potatoes I'm not going to try to move. I'm just going to leave them there and they'll either grow or they won't, since almost everywhere I can put them outside has walnuts around them. Not very fun, because the walnuts seem to kill potatoes pretty quickly. The little bell peppers haven't done much, probably because they're not getting enough sun. She brought the marigolds to put around things as bug repellents, or killers or whatever, I don't know, but they're here, whether they work or not. The pink hyacinth is still green. She got herself a hen, I think, plant, a little red one there and a green one there, and she said one of them's already got babies on it. She moved where did she put them? She said she put them out in the sun somewhere, but I'm not for sure where exactly she put them. But she moved some of the either that or she just gave them all away to no, yeah, that's right, she gave them away to one of the girls in our church, I think, my friend in the church that was raising these. So these have all gone up to Missouri to be sold. Little new babies coming out from the bases of these plants shows that we've already got more plants replacing it, but that needs to be put back out in the sun too. I need to put these out in the rain. These need to go back out on the stairs. I'll try to get some of that done tomorrow. She had some cut off flowers. They're still firm in there, but the flowers are dead. But that was from that pink hyacinth. We've gotten quite a bit of rain since last week. And it's actually fairly cool this morning. It's 55, 56 degrees or thereabouts. She got herself a little shelf for putting some like these. Oh, I forgot what these things, citronellas on, that are pretty much there to supposedly repel bugs. I don't know if they work or not. All the babies in here are intact, except for the fact that the boys have been banded. They don't seem to notice it much, although I say seem to. Strikes me that waffle iron was quite miserable first. He's a waffle iron. And then Gretel and Fluffy. There's Mr. O'Malley looking out at the world from his domain. Yes, you're gonna eat. Everybody's gonna make a mess out of me, aren't you? Anyhow. So this feed box I made for Mr. Snookums the other day is holding water, which makes it, oops, what happened there? I lost focus. Wow, how did that happen? Oh, I know what happened. I hit the button while I was rolling. Anyhow, so this feed box here, I have no idea what else I didn't focus on, holds water, so I gotta drill holes in it so that it doesn't fill up with water, turn his food to mush every day. He's over there hiding in the corner. I can just see the fluffs of his tail. Hairs of his tail. Our grass is thickening up a little more because of the good rain and sun. The grapevines are putting on flowers everywhere. So far, only the one vine has proven to really be resilient and put on much fruit. This other vine up here, oh yeah, speaking of vines, this strawberry plant it's trying to put on babies, and it is a baby, and I've got a pot to put it in. I just haven't done it yet. So basically, now the grass hasn't thatched in here very well because one, the nutrients aren't very good, and two, the moisture's a relatively new thing, and three, the seeds have not apparently been in there very well. This vine is just smothered in flowers. I'd love to see it smothered in as many grapes. So far, that has not been the case. Sorry. Hand might have been shaking there. I was trying to sweep a ant off of my wrist right underneath the camera. So we bought up these bathtubs over here. I put some manure in one, and over time they'll compost down and we'll plant various things in it. I've got an old potato in there. Hopefully it'll sprout up and make a lot of new baby potatoes. We'll see. It's coming out of the ground. And I know some people are like, well, I make millions of tons of potatoes every day. Good for you. I'm not that successful. Mom got some garden soil, I guess probably from Walmart, I'm not for sure. Now I did a little bit of work since this time last week, although I was interfered with when the ground cable started burning off on my welder. It's almost done. Anyhow, and then of course I had a few days of a relapse of being sick. So the welder is sitting in here trying to stay dry so it doesn't get rained on, because I can't put it in the toolbox. But I've had this rebar partly welded up. It's not done yet. When it's done, then I can go ahead and put those planks over to safety the place and make it ready for them to come in here and swap out the well system for us. And then when they're done with that, I'll be coming in here with the cement mixture and pouring concrete. My brother says he wants to be here for that. I don't know what he can do, but if he can do anything, well, that's great, I suppose. You know, help's appreciated as long as he ain't getting in the way trying to boss me around. It's one thing to come along and say, I'm going to help. It's another to come along and say, I'm going to tell you what to do. I know what to do. And I absolutely have the plan down. And all I need, I can do it by myself as long as I get myself a little vibrator belt, which I've got plans for one. I've got the springs and the steel and the motor and the counterweights for one, so I'll probably end up making one. Alright, it will turn out that the road grader guy made for me is doing a pretty good job, although it's kind of hard to tell because it's still flooding in the basement, flooding in the, not basement, the barn from all the massive amount of water that still gets over past it. I believe the last of the white irises are gone and just blue ones. I saw one yesterday. There were one or two little stragglers. Very few. I can see them there. And just a couple of white irises left, and then they'll be done blooming. And then the various blues, golds, and yellows, and pinks and purples will start filling in. We'll try to go down there and see if we can see any of them this morning. By the way, if you're wondering why it looks like a dwarf is running the camera, it's because I never hold the thing any higher usually than my elbow. This other tub, same thing as on the other side. Eventually it's going to be put up as a planter. The landscape timbers are for leveling it. So that's going to be, it's funny, the thing's nowhere near rain in a way, but it got enough rain in there from the rainfall to fill up anyhow, somewhat. So the tame blackberry is trying one more time to give at least one more season. Or one lone tiger lily over here, whatever it's going to do. Well, again, I hope that is lentil. Won't know until they actually produce. They make little pods in there. And so whether they're going to make lentils or vetch, we'll only know. I'm hoping it's going to be lentils because that's where I put a bunch of the seeds. Looks like these flowers are nearly done blooming, whatever they're called. These things are still going at it. Again, whatever they're called. We've got just a few raspberries. Maybe they'll just make a small number of big ones instead of a large number of small ones. Let's see. Pretty little short, petite yellow iris. One of these days it'd be nice to be able to gather them all up and make a park and make them when they're in there, but I'm just so far behind and so sick that hardly get anything done. Rose of Sharons are still pre-blossom stage. I'm not going to go down in there because it's wet and muddy, but some of those golden irises there. And then some one or two more of these multicolored ones, like so. There's a turtle down here. I'm not zoomed in. What are you doing? Being scared. Alright. Anyhow. So yeah, there's the iris there. That's kind of pretty. And then there's the little powdery yellow ones. Other than that, a couple powdery yellow ones over there. I think we got more rain last night. Not sure, but it looks like it to me. Just because it seems that way to me doesn't mean it wasn't just the same runoff as from before. Daisies are coming up all through here. A couple stray verbena, they're almost hard to see. We've got one lone early riser of the purple coneflower. It's the only one on the property that's out right now that's fully in color. There's a few straggler verbena. I say straggler, sometimes they'll bloom all summer. Depends on the temperature more than anything. It's been fairly cool lately, maybe they'll keep blooming. Wild strawberries are still blooming, but their fruit's so small I don't mess with it. I let the turtles have it. Oh, that's my neighbor. I'm like, what in the world's that sound? Yeah, guess I'm jumpy. Dog's bane is about to open up and flower. And this little, whatever kind of flower plant this is, I still never know the name of most of these plants around here. Especially the bush and tree types. Stuff that's low to the ground I tend to have a little better luck with, but in general I can't hardly remember anything. Very few things I do remember are usually related to engineering. It's funny, I love plants, but I don't know much about them. There's some daisies. Nice little cluster. These here may be gentians. Hopefully they are. I don't know. We won't know unless they flower. And if they are from gentians, they may or may not be the same breed as the mountain bog gentian. They may be a native Ozark plateau gentian. No way to know. Like I say, this plant's doing pretty good at the moment. Nice, thick, dense cluster of blooms. So it's doing pretty good. Get no idea if the gladiolas will flower or not. They seem to be hit and miss, and I don't know what determines. There's a lot of wild petunias out, a lot of other wildflowers out that I don't know the names of. Looks like the orange cocoon is as big as it's ever been. It almost looks like butterfly weed. Apparently they're both part of, again, the dog's bane. Oh, there's one still got bloom on it. Alright, neat. They're usually done by now, so they've been pretty abundant and aggressive this year. This area should be covered entirely in purple cone flowers here pretty soon, within a week or two. So I'm looking forward to that. I say covered, I mean obviously there's all kinds of ways of making better coverage than here. This is 100% wild, it just grows here on its own. Not gonna go downstairs, nothing but swimming down there, about knee-deep water, swamp. I don't particularly care to go through there. I've got cement boots on, don't have it in my mind to put cement boots on this morning. The amount of, let me see here. The amount of rain we got since last Sabbath report, it's that deep. That's how much rain we got. Roughly 5 inches of rain, give or take. The weights in there just keep us from floating out, but I'm sure it just displaces nearly a 1/4 inch of equivocal surface in there, so take off 1/4 inch rain measurement. These things almost never go dry because the rain keeps filling them up. Now, what I've also got been done, I got me, this is about $147 worth of number 2 gauge solid core wire. I'm going to make welder cables out of it. It's stiff, it's hard to use, but it'll work. The other welder cable, clamp, piece of garbage from the factory, is burnt multiple times, so I'm just completely replacing it with one that I'll build out of angle iron and copper. And I've got these high density copper bolts, brass washers. There's one outside of the container. I think they're actually red bronze or red brass, and a little, not pure copper, that would be too soft. So anyhow, and then that was the old cable. I cut it clean so that I can start with a new edge. And I've got a piece that I'm gonna, this is aluminum coated, or copper coated aluminum. I'm gonna see if I can't solder them together. I don't know, may not be able to. But if I can do that, then I'll be able to ground the cable real well. We'll see. In the meantime, the water again had gotten all the way up to however high this borderline is and got over in there. These weird little mushrooms here. I don't know what kind they are. They're like jelly. There's a lot of them, I suppose. I don't know if that's a lot or not. They just grew right up in the middle of all this water and they seem to be having a jolly good time of it. So I still got to dig this drainage ditch all the way through and drain all this water. One day, if I live long enough and I'm in enough health. So, well, that is everything for this week, I suppose, other than I didn't go over there and point at the cherries, but they're just coming and going as they do. And that's pretty much all the changes for real in this case. Other than I made some homemade egg noodle pasta the other day, which I'd have to have been inside with the radio playing where there was a copyright problem, so I just went ahead and skipped that part. Besides, it's not like I made a lot of them either, so it's no more exciting than the rest of my stuff. Well, that's all the changes this week from last Sabbath. So we'll see you in the next report next Sabbath. Shalom.